Hi, Taurus. You feel weight on your shoulders, some of you. I feel the weight that you feel, and having that tension brings tension to your heart. So do your best to relax this month. Your season was a lot, and you know it more than anyone else, especially for Taurus, Sun and Taurus rising. It's a new wave. Mercury retrograde is going to be strong for you. And I feel as though the more that you rest, the more ideas and the more you get done. Lots of insights have come to you, and a lot will come to you during Mercury retrograde, even more. Through creating, through using your tools, maybe different ones. Through this comes great insight onto what has been expected of you, meaning being stubborn and not trying to adapt. You want to adapt. You can adapt. You will adapt. You know you can adapt. You don't have to be, that doesn't have to be true. Because you have a view and you have a vision. And you're taking what you've learned, who you've learned from, the situations that you've learned from, mostly. And hold on, the card dropped a little far away. And it's the Lovers. So, 2 wands, 2 lovers. This is now more about, this month is really spiritual for you. You're going to gain a lot of insight by sitting and connecting with yourself. And it's going to help propel your external life, even though you're not saying it, it's becoming this internal conversation. A very heart-centered internal conversation. The 2 of Wands almost symbolizing this place where you, even in your heart, are still looking out from that there's a wall there. And this deeper connection, even with your partner in Gemini season, especially if your partner, I don't know if your partner is a Sagittarius, or it could either be a Gemini, your person, whoever you're with, if you're developing a relationship. If you're single, this is you learning a lot about yourself and about how you have navigated through how you move in relationship and out of relationship. Whatever's revealed to you may be hurtful at first or feel hurtful. There will be some emotion through this time. And the Gemini card has come up so much. Gemini's just all in. And the solar eclipse will show you where you've stopped yourself from, when you put up a wall in that way, it stops your vision from what you can do or what's possible for you too. And now you're seeing that it can be even more. And I'm saying this from a place where I know that can feel like a lot. It feels like, okay, then you know, like you have to start planning something new. You have to start expanding what the next 5-10 years looks like in your life. And you're like, oh wait, do I have to shift here, move here? You don't have to make every decision right now. You just have to, you're just being advised to sit with yourself, to know where to start. Sorry, this piece is bothering me. To know where to start this process. and knowing that this process is about you and who you connect with. And it's about through creating for everyone. But the way you do it, and you'll notice that about a lot of people, the way you do it is a very kind of, it's a very personal process. And that's the beauty of Uranus being in your sign right now, that, yeah, people are going to watch your process, and you have this ability to choose what you're saying and how you're revealing things in a way that is going to bring you more. A deeper, a more adventurous, more lively experience with how you attract and how you make money and how you create abundance and how you see abundance. This different view comes to light. And there may be an evaluation. You might have this evaluation or an evaluation to do upon how that connects with how you relate and show and reveal what you reveal in your relationships, and how that deepens your connection with yourself. And through creating in this way is only going to bring you closer to what it is that you've been, where you've touched a few times, and now you're like, oh, this can be real. Like, I know that through this, working through this, moving through this, is only going to bring like even more love, even more abundance, even more joy, and a sense of accomplishment. You'll feel accomplished within yourself, possibly even more so as the month goes on, because through the reflection and through this intentful reflection, you can go from feeling judgment or shame to feeling like, oh, no, I celebrate what I've learned. I have a lot to offer with what I've learned through the way that I do things. And there's so many people that will have questions for you. Like, a lot of people will want to talk to you. But the first part of the month is a lot more internal. It's a lot more observant, especially as you move through the feelings. And you feel this whole freedom of worth by the end of the month. It's worth it. You're worth it. And I love you. And I hope you have a beautiful Gemini season. If you want to work with me one-on-one, my website is below. The Patreon link for the extended reading, which will take a deeper look into June and July for you. And my Instagram will also be below as well. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it a lot. And I'll see you next month. Bye, Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Okay, so you're through all of the transits, Mercury retrograde, the eclipse, you get a greater view on what's on your table, what tools that you have, what you're capable of, and it feels like a lot when you reflect and before deciding on how you want to move all of this forward. It could also be that you're gaining insight on a Sagittarius, and you're just not in the same place as you once were with them. So it's important that you understand how you approach this with yourself for either situation. There's something very much lighting you up if you're especially feeling in the dark about things and feeling like everything is shifting so quickly. And the twos here. So the two people, two holding the two swords, is a deeper commitment to being with yourself and seeing what you have, so that you don't go so the only reason why you go back to the drawing board is because of what you want to do, if that is the case for some of you. Because some of you, this is a big drastic change that's happening in eclipse. It's a shift in focus. It's a shift in the way and where you move from, and meaning like you're really good at making money, so anything you do and put your efforts into and put yourself into, you will make money. It's just that it may not be the same way that you had previously thought even just a couple months ago. So this Gemini season is kind of coming through your heart, and it's causing a lot of vulnerability, though very important questions about your future. And you've been asked these questions many times, but now there's a little more rawness to it. There's a little bit more spiritual faith to it. There's more air to it. So the air is coming in to like clear things up a little bit. And it could be from even a past lover that you didn't know you were still moving through. Just another layer coming through. Though when you realize it's taking you to see where you've put a wall up for yourself, and now you kind of get to see beyond that, now that you know your pace and how you move on things, you might even start to decide very quickly, using your voice, of course. And this feels like more of a you thing. I mean, you might have a lot to say to some people too, which is fine. Just be sure what you're saying, and maybe wait, this is the Gemini solar eclipse as well on the 10th, and that may show you, so wait until that time and notice that this is the Sag eclipse, and then we get to the Gemini eclipse. So one of them's gaining insight on your outside life, the other one's on your inside life, where that matches up in terms of what you do and what your worth is. And there may be, and then being asked to speak them aloud, to decide between to decide how to bring them together, more so, that you can have fun and still you can still have your time and have your moments and still have the abundance from new ideas and new ways of living and a new sense of self-worth where you don't have to compromise yourself. So it's not, you'll know. It'll come to you like a flip switch. And this is more so you talking to yourself, but if there is anyone you need to voice this to, it would be important to do so and be very clear and concise about what you're wanting. And it's very possible that you then even meet someone, but it's about being grounded. As the air moves through, you want to stay grounded in your sense of self-worth this month, because there's a lot that feels like it's shifting. Just know that it's because both sides of things are becoming very clear to you, the inside, the outside, and how you want to move these things. and Uranus being in your sign, and then all these other transits going on is a really, and Mercury is going to be retrograde in Gemini. So it's just affecting you a lot. So it's important to understand that and to move with that, because yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. But Gemini season is going to make it very easy and clear for you. And the more that you pay attention to that, the more when you come time to put this out there, it's going to feel like a really big win for you. And that's being so secure on where you see this all going. It's like very in line, each row, honestly, of the greater development and the layers that are being broken down for you. Okay, I can spend so much time on this, but I feel like that's enough. We'll get right into the extended reading, which I go through this even deeper, and we get into more of June, July, and like who these people are and who's showing up, maybe externally. Yeah, cool. Have a beautiful Gemini season, Taurus. All the links are below to work with me and to go to Patreon for the extended reading, the Taurus extended. I will see you next month. Bye.